Let's start from the 2014. So if you look at 2014, for 99 percentile, the score that was required was round about 95 marks. Yeah, it's pretty huge, right? So 95, because the paper difficulty was damn low. It was like in a speed game kind of a paper to score round about 99 percentile in Snap. Now, as and when we move ahead, in 2015, the score that was required to get 99 percentile drastically came down to 75 marks. Same as far as 2016 is concerned, it was 75.50 close by, but approximately, yeah, you can keep it like 75 or 76 marks. And in 2017, for 99 percentile, the score that was required was 60 marks out of 150. So this is your basic analysis as far as your Snap exam is concerned. Now, 2017 was not that tough, to be very honest, but it's just that it went online. That was a bummer. And another thing was the questions were a little bit difficult as far as couple of sections are concerned. They were not that difficult. It's just that time management was the major concern. So yes, so if you look at 99 percentile, so if the paper is easy, right, your 99 percentile will be in the range of say around about 77 to 80 marks. If the paper is on a same level of 2017, which is, I would say that, okay, moderate kind of a level, then your requirement would be round about, I would say like kind of a tough paper, then I would say your requirement will be round about to get into 99 will be say 65. But what's the safe score to kind of, be assured that, okay, you will be cracking the bracket of 99 percentile? I think the score will be around about 70 to 75 if I look at the paper on an average level. So 70 to 75, when I talk about out of 150, that's nothing but the 50% of your paper. Okay, now as far as the calculations are concerned, it sounds really cool, it looks really good as far as the calcs are concerned, but does this really take place in the real world? Okay, that's something I'm going to show you today. So 150 out of 150, you score around about 70, 75, 50% kind of a paper, you will be able to get 99 percentile plus. On 75 will be close to 99.80 plus, to be very honest. Okay, so that's the score we have. Now, how one shall be going ahead with this kind of paper? So let's go ahead and try to kind of understand section by section. The first section I'm going to pick up is general knowledge. Now, as far as general knowledge is concerned, Snap has been telling you that they will be more concerned about current affairs. Now, I have already uploaded a lot of videos as far as GK is concerned. I can bet you, if you follow those videos, if you understand the categories, the topics that I have mentioned in those videos, if you have missed that, you can click the link above and you can watch those videos. But yes, the topics which I have covered, right, definitely will be able to score very well. So the total number of questions for GK are 25. There is a bifurcation anyway, which is 20 plus 5. So 20 questions are going to be MCQ and 5 questions are going to be your special questions, which will be TITA kind of a question. You will not be getting the option. You got to type in the answer by using the virtual keyboard. Now your strategy out here should be, now the total marks allotted for this is nothing but 30 marks. Your strategy here should be to kind of get round about 10 to 12 marks out here, which is nothing but 1/3 of your total section. Guys, pretty much manageable. I can guarantee you, if you look at my videos earlier, as far as Snap is concerned, Snap GK is concerned, and if you do those many topics, I can assure you round about 15 to 16 questions will be easily crackable. Yes, it requires a little bit of hard work, but definitely you will be more confident than the other guys who have not seen my videos as far as GK for Snap is concerned. So I'm only expecting 1/3 of the entire section, which is around about 10 to 12 questions. And again, if you are marking round about say 2 to 3 questions out of 5 questions from special question category, you can double your marks, which is, so one correct question out of 5 from the special category, you can get around about 2 marks. So if you mark 2 questions correctly into 2, you are making 4 marks out there. I'm only telling you to kind of go ahead and mark 10 to 12 questions if you are really lucky and if you're working really hard on GK front, right? If you mark 5 on 5, you're scoring 10 marks on this spot. So guys, looking from that perspective, though your GK or all special questions, anyway, I will be talking about special question later on, but I'm just trying to give you a calculation which will help you to kind of reach 10 to 12 marks in an easy way. So that's 1/3. Now let's move ahead. But guys, have a good look at the video of GK. Trust me, you'll be able to score around say 10 to 12 marks. Then the second category I will be talking about the verbal ability. Now verbal ability is for 35 questions. You will get again bifurcation, 30 MCQ plus 5 special questions. The total number of marks allotted are 48 marks. Now verbal ability is going to be a little bit problematic, and I'm going to be very practical. Okay, now let's understand what is manageable as far as verbal ability is concerned. So you have reading comprehension. You can get around about 10 to 12 questions of reading comprehension. It's going to be manageable. It's going to be scoring. Then comes parajumble. You'll get around about 3 to 4 questions on parajumble. Then comes your grammar part. On grammar front, you can expect around about 6 to 7 questions. It's a basic grammar. When we talk about subject-verb agreement, tenses, parallelism, when we talk about punctuations and prepositions, guys, even if you can, devote around about 4 to 5 hours in next 7 days to kind of get the good idea about grammar, I think you'll be able to manage it. So if you look at the sum of this, right, you are actually hitting around about 18 questions out here. Now, what are the other areas wherein you might have a problem? The other area is going to be vocabulary, okay? Then the foreign words, might be some phrases, might be some idioms, or you might have, something called as odd one out, something like that, right? So these might be the sections wherein you might have a little bit of speed breaker. But again, guys, if you kind of go back previous years paper, if you do round about 8 to 10 years ka last year ka papers, round about 8 to 10 years, I can assure you that you'll be able to manage 50% of this entire section, because Snap is quite known for repeating the pattern of questions or format of questions, or though the exact questions will not be repeated, but yes, you'll get the vocabulary close by. If they've so for example, I talked about this in the last video. If they had given like exodus as a question and they were asking about the opposite of exodus, which is influx, they might give you influx this time, and they might ask you a synonym of influx this time. So words are going to be close by. You might want to go ahead and do the roots and understand the basics of roots and all that, so that gives you an idea that this root means what. So you can do that, trust me. This is still manageable, but I'm still not banking on this kind of thing. I'm not banking on this. I'm only telling you to do this. Your target should be around about 20 questions. Now, even if you attempt 20 questions on 35 with 80% accuracy, you can still score 16 in this, which is fairly manageable. Even if you have prepared for CAT, IFT, or even if you're preparing for CET or ZAT, and say, for example, even if you're not, if you know a bit of English, you can still try to kind of solve it a little bit, like 10-12 RCs, you'll be able to get 16 to 18 marks aram se as far as verbal is concerned. I'm not saying that you attempt the whole paper. I'm only saying that 50% attempt is a good attempt as far as verbal is concerned. Yes, if you're somebody who is pretty good with vocab and all that, then every question that you mark is going to be a kind of complementary thing to you. It's going to be an add-on. It's going to be a good thing for you. So if you're pretty good at it, your attempt can be 20 plus also. There are people who actually go beyond that also. So that's about your verbal ability. You got to be choosy. You got to be paying attention to these things. These things you can manage. They're pretty manageable. Whatever you can do in next 7 days, do it. Done it. Fine. Next one I'm going to move ahead is nothing but your quants. So quantitative ability plus data interpretation. Again, 35 questions. Broken into 30 plus 5. Out of these questions, right, you will be seeing around about 7 questions which are predominantly based on DI. Here, you cannot expect anything less than 100% accuracy. You can get all your answers correct, even if you give a bit of time. Time management, I will be talking about time management in a different video altogether. I'm just telling you from where you can kind of accumulate the entire score and reach out 99 plus. Now, so you've got around about 6 to 7 questions on DI, which is a fair deal. 35 minus around about 7, you have say around about 27 to 28 questions coming from quants. Now, if you can actually see my another video for quants, you can click the link above and you can understand the analysis. If you look at quants, predominantly from last 3 to 4 years, arithmetic has been the dominating one. So arithmetic, all questions, profit and loss, you'll get percentages, you'll get averages, you'll get ratio and proportion. All these are formula based questions. They are not going to be lengthy. Yes, they might consume a bit of time, but if you're good with the shortcuts and if you understand, if you know how to work out your answers with the given options, I think you are really sorted. So this is going to be easy. Then people talk about geometry. Geometry is going to be actually basic level. From last 3 years, they've been asking logarithm. They've been asking around about 2 to 3 questions. But guys, trust me, whatever you do in here, all the things are going to be formula based. When you talk about number system, a basic number system, HCF, LCM, divisibility, remainder, all that thing. So you cannot expect your level of quants to move up. It's always going to be the basic level. And out of 35, I would expect, again, 30 plus 5, I would expect round about a good attempt to be 20 to 22 correct questions. You can still get them. If you can go back and check the level of quants, it has always been manageable. Again, the time management is a crucial factor. But yes, 20 to 22 questions, definitely manageable, guys. If you do a bit of arithmetic, if you know a bit of algebra, a bit of geometry, I'm not telling you that you do every goddamn thing out there. No. Even if you're not really good with geometry and the other stuff, I would still say that try to understand the formulas and you will be able to kind of knock it out. Then comes the most important part, logical reasoning. Now this section is again 30 plus 5. That's going to be total 40 marks allotted here. Again, guys, do not forget special questions. Now, out of these 35 questions, I am expecting you to mark as many questions as you can, because your LR is going to be your score maximizer section. It has always been easy. Traditional logic has always been dominating. Blood relation, coding, decoding, input, output. You will get the cubes and the dice. Even if you don't know cube and dice, that's okay. 1 or 2 questions doesn't make a lot of difference, right? You'll be getting questions based on the normal logical reasoning. You can click the link above. You can see last 8 years analysis, which topic coming for how many marks. You can do that actually. Okay, so watch this video before you move ahead. Now, what I'm going to do is I will be uploading kind of some, kind of preparatory videos on input, output, coding, decoding, number series. You can watch those videos and you can learn the entire topic for all the exam across, right from SNAP till CAT. So you can do that. Okay, so we will be uploading a couple of revision lecture videos. So that will help you to kind of knock them off. So here I am targeting around about 28 to 30 marks. That's for sure, because it is going to be a score maximizer thing for me. So if you look at this entire paper, right, we have around about 130 questions. Now, in this 130 questions, I am definitely not expecting you guys to solve all of them, but let's have a quick calculation. So out of this 130 question, right, say you are attempting around about 75% question. You're not attempting 100% question. So you are attempting 75% question, which is around about 90 to 91 question. So out of 130, I am attempting 90 to 91 questions. And on this 90 to 91 questions, I am having say around about 80% accuracy. So even if I attempt 90 odd questions with 80% accuracy, I am scoring near about 72.5. That's my total score. Even if you don't kind of take that, 70 score is sure shot. So guys, if you look at the kind of questions that we are attempting, so GK is going to be 10 to 12 questions, definitely manageable. Verbal ability around about 16 to 18 questions. Quantitative ability plus data interpretation, I am expecting around about 20 to 22 questions. And as far as your logical reasoning is concerned, 28 to 30 questions. And I am expecting around about 80% accuracy. So this kind of calculation will help you to kind of score more than 99%. Now what you need to do from today onwards, allot your days according to your convenience. Okay, so you might take one day wherein you do only logical reasoning. You might take one day wherein you're gonna do quants plus DI. So you have around about 6 to 7 days now onwards. You might as well want to go for one mock. You can go for one mock, give a mock, 2 hours mock, plus previous year's papers of SNAP, understand the question. I think you'll be able to manage it, right? So you can, for the coming days, you can go for mock plus previous year paper and practicing the thing which I have mentioned in my video, right? So this is going to be your entire total. So if you look at the total of this, how much you will be able to get it. The total of this will get you around about 80 to 82 questions, right? Attempting, right? So this is what guys I have been telling, right? So this is going to be your main thing as far as your SNAP is concerned. Okay, so the next target is practice, practice and practice. You will be able to understand which is going to be a strong area, which is going to be a weak area. I will be uploading a couple of more videos as far as SNAP is concerned on the time management and how do you attempt your SNAP paper on a D-day, right? But yes, one thing is for sure, practice, practice and practice. Logically reasoning is going to be your best friend. General knowledge, other people will not be scoring. So guys, this is last funda. Everybody will be marking those questions which are easy ones, and you will also be able to mark them. GK is going to be maker or breaker. Why? Because a lot of people will not be playing around general knowledge because they might not be ready for it. So if you go through my videos, if you do the topics which I've told you, I think you'll be able to do 10 to 12 bare minimum. So that's where your score can go up, your attempt can go up. And yes, 75% to 80% is a good accuracy for your CAT. to crack 99 percentile plus in next 7 days. Guys, if you have any questions, any doubts, you can put the comment on this video. Wish you good luck for your snap. Thank you so much for your time.